Okay, so always before you trade, start by refreshing your device. Then before you trade with the air-right bullet, then the next thing we're gonna do is run the robot. Just go to the air-right speedboat. So I want us to trade markets like under 7 with under 5 recovery. I think that is the market that I haven't done. Okay, so let's start. Any volatility, like which one? Let's start with 15. So okay, let's see. I want us to trade under 7 with a recovery of market 2. Just make sure you set up under, then 5. So we'll be trading under 7 with a recovery of under 5. Of course, we'll use the on recovery. I'll explain that. Stop loss, let's set up the stop loss at 350. I'll show you. Then target profit, you're gonna do like 150. Then this one we're gonna set up consecutive loss too. Let's see. Let's first of all set up 4, then I'll show you on how we do the calculation. Okay, so let me see everything. Okay, so this is what we are doing. So I want us to trade that is under 7 with a recovery of that is under 5. So what this on recovery means that we are trading under 7. The moment we lose a trade, the robot will switch to under 5. Then after we make a recovery, the robot will switch back to under 7. So it's actually that simple. Then on top of that, in spite of switching the predictions, we'll also be switching volatilities on loss so that we can increase our chances of recovery. So just click here, volatility switcher. I want us to switch on loss. Okay, there are so many other conditions on any. That means the robot will switch randomly or on win, but I want us to switch on loss. Then volatilities, I want us to switch between the 1s volatility, then just activate the volatility switcher. That means the moment we hit on a loss, the robot will automatically switch the volatilities. Okay, now let's calculate like our stop loss. Where should our stop loss be? Yeah, so we are staking 30. Our second loss will be 60. Then our third loss will be 120. The other one will be 240. So if you do a summation of this is 90 to 10 plus, that's like how much? That's 450. That's a lot. Yeah, so if we lose 450 and we have an account of $600, that's being stupid. Yeah, so what we'll do, we will increase our stake to something like 40, then so that we can hit our TP first. Then our stop loss, we're gonna take 3 consecutive losses. Let's see, with 40, how much are we risking? So our first loss is 40, our second one is 80, the other one is 160. How much are we risking? How much is this? This is 120. 120 plus 160, I think that's 280. 280 to an account of 600. So we are risking like almost half of the account. I think that makes sense. Yeah, so that the reason why we have adjusted the stake from 30 to 60 is so that like when this trade is successful, we'll be able to take to hit our TP so fast, so we'll not have to stay in the market for long, because every extra minute you take in the market is a risk. So we want to take just a few trades and hit our TP. So that's what you should always do. Always, before you start executing your trades, always have what you call a trading plan. So for this specific trade, I'm targeting that is I'm actually targeting that is 150 USD. Consecutive losses I'll take 3. So with these 3 consecutive losses, I start losing 250. That's how you always do your calculation. Then so the stop loss, you should always make sure that your stop loss is above this. Yeah, so that's why we set up 350, because if you set up at 250 and you'll be losing, how much you are risking is 280. That means you only hit at we only hit 2 losses, then the robot will stop. So that's something else you need also to take, or even you can set it above higher. There's no problem, because that is, for example, this one I can set it up at 400. There's no harm, because I'll be using, this is what I'm actually using. So whichever you set lower between the stop loss and the stop and the stop after, that's what will cause the robot to stop. So if you hit your stop loss before the stop after, the robot will automatically stop. Then there's something else that I also need to let you know. We have this other option here, that is we call it, like, if you feel the speed of the robot is too high, you can also manage this by clicking here. For example, you can trade at a speed of 2 ticks, 3 ticks, but personally I want to trade at a speed of 1 tick. Okay, let me confirm now. Let me engage the volatility switcher. Okay, I have already engaged the volatility switcher. Everything is all right now. So let me confirm. We are trading under 7, recovery is under 5, on recovery consecutive losses is 3. Okay, so then just run. First trade is a loss. Good. Hivyo 15 1s ni moto. Good. Wewe. Amazing. Tumesha hit. Lakini hapa karibu tuende Sayuni. Hii volatility, these new volatilities that were introduced, I can tell you guys, just avoid them. Those volatilities are unstable. Just check. Hizo losses tumepiga wapi? Just check. That is 15 1s. Twende kwingine, ndio hii 91s. Hiyo hatujapiga loss, lakini angalia ingine hapa. These new volatilities are so much unstable. Just, if you can manage, just avoid them. Yeah, they are very much that is unstable. That's how we made 20,000. Yeah, so trading ni ujanja tu, so make sure you follow all those guides zenye nimewapea hapo, na mambo yako itakuwa fiti. There's no way you'll find yourself blowing your account carelessly. Loss management is very much important. That's what I decided. For every video that I'll be doing, I'll be explaining how you need to manage your losses, so that you guys, you avoid those instances zenye naona watu TikTok wakisema ni kublow. No. Yeah, you really don't have to blow the account each and every day. Make sure you have what you call first is risk. Okay, let me just use first is risk management. Yeah, then kitu ingine ya pili ni loss management. Loss management, or it's supposed to be an L. Okay, loss management, like have a limit on the number of losses you can take in a loan. Then the third, understand the market. Yeah, when you talk of understanding the market, you need to have, like, if it is like the strategies. For example, in this case, you don't need to analyze the market, but you need to be strategic, understand how this robot works, how you can actually be able to set up. Yeah, like for example, you can see we are trading that is under 7, recovery with under 5, but pale ukienda pale kwa, that is we are using what you call the volatility switcher. Otherwise, if we don't apply the volatility switcher, that means we need to analyze the market on that specific volatility yenye tumeweka. you need to analyze under 5 market. But now, because we are using the volatility asset switcher, which is switching from one volatility to the other, we really don't have to analyze the market, yeah, because we'll be trading on different volatilities, which increases our chance of recovery. So hii mambo ni kuwa mjanja. Then something else, yeah, reduce is something we call your TP. Don't set up your TP so high. I normally advise people like your TP should be, that is, stake multiply at by 2. Yeah, personally I normally do even mostly I normally do stake times 4, but of course myself I have some kind of experience. Now for you ndio uweze kutoka market mapema, fanya stake times 2. Right now tulikuwa tunafanya stake ya 40, just look for $80 so that at least you'll minimize on the number of contracts you take, yeah, and you'll always be safe, utajipata ukiblow account. So these are some of the stuff zenye zinafanya mblow account. So muna blow account because ya poor risk management, ingine ni greed, yeah, ile ingine hamujui ku manage losses. Like you hit 3 losses and you still 3-4 losses and you still continue to, like you find someone taking up to 7, 8, 9 losses and they are still executing. That's a big problem. You'll always find yourself on the losing edge. Ukipiga losses, personally I advise someone to take 3 to 4 losses. This is what I normally do myself. Not that I don't lose, I lose, but I normally have a limit on the number of losses I can take. Personally I normally take about 3 and 4 losses, yeah. So the moment I hit 3, like now in this trade, unaona I had already set 3, so ikipiga 2 losses 3, the robot will automatically stop. So even I will not have a time to say like, oh, ebu niende ane, automatically the robot will stop. Then kitu ingine, have what you call a trading plan. A trading plan ni kama hii yenye tulikuwa nayo hapa. We were actually calculating how much are we targeting, how much are we risking. Yeah, don't just get into trading with a name like you're always living in profit. Sometimes there is a bad day, utaingia kwa market, then you leave on losses. Yeah, and if you do that, you'll have an amazing journey and you'll always get results like what we have right now. Goodbye.